What is going on, people, and welcome back. We are 11 games into this season. We're going to start off this episode with a game against Doncaster. As you can see, we are in the orange away kit in this away game. I've gone for a pretty solid team. Again, like I said last episode, this team is at least championship quality. I mean, I've got David Villa. He may be a little bit older than you'd want him to be. He's past his prime, but he's still scoring a ton of goals. Jacobson, our left back, scores the first goal in this game against Doncaster in League 2. Nice little gameplay, cheeky chip pass towards Jacobson, and he gets the head into scoring the first goal. Unfortunately for us, 19 minutes into the game, Doncaster do score a equalising goal. And they celebrate like they've just won the World Cup or something. I mean, celebrations just a little bit too extreme for my liking. 29 minutes into this game, we score the second goal with a diving header, a pencil header. And because they celebrated how they did in their first goal, I thought I'd try to do the Adebayor celebration, but it cut off about now. So yeah, couldn't really do that celebration. Moving on to the second half of the game. Not only did the El Gato refuse to show you that goal, but yeah, they ended up scoring a second goal, and it ended up being a 2-2 draw. Not the best of starts for this episode. The El Gato started playing up a bit at this point, and I think I literally played one game more after this, and then continued playing the next day while I did a bit of a clean up on the computer. My computer's old, and ideally it needs to be upgraded, but I don't really have the money to do so. So yeah, that's why the El Gato seems to be having an issue at the moment. Moving on to the second game in this match, and it's against, I think, Crawley. Is it Crawley Town? But yeah, moving on to the second game here, and we go 1-0 down with a... I don't know if it's the keeper's fault at this point, but the defence didn't help at all. So I think when the transfer window opens again, I may have to try and slim down my defence and just improve it and buy some new defenders. We go 2-0 down 62 minutes into the game. Again, the defence didn't seem to be there, and the keeper didn't do what I wanted him to do. So 2-0 down, a little bit of a disappointment in this match so far. Freddie Sears to Will Grigg, and he scores the first goal for us in this match. And he doesn't seem to be getting as much gameplay as I want him to, but when he does seem to score. So he may have to play a little bit more. Maybe next episode. So we end off losing this game 2-1. So 1 draw and 1 loss so far. That is not what I want at all. I'm actually quite disappointed with the result there. We weren't the better team at all. It puts us second in the league on the same points as Mansfield Town. And like I said, we should really be winning every single game. We've already lost 3 games in 13 matches, which is not ideal. We're moving on to the next game against Chesterfield. And yeah, like I said, at this point it's the next day of actual recording. I delayed it by 24 hours to play some more the next day. We're playing against Chesterfield. It's another away game. We are in the orange kit again because their home kit is blue, and it would just clash. And yeah, they went into this match pretty aggressive, but it didn't stop us from scoring the first goal. And David Villa here scoring a goal, and the dodgy celebrations continue from last episode. I do need to improve my goal celebrations when I score. Soon after Villa scores his goal, he ends off getting a yellow card. A little bit upset with that. 30 minutes into the game he gets a yellow card. And just before half time, a bit of a sweaty pass and a bit of luck for Chesterfield, and they score their first goal in this game, an equaliser going into the first half, or going into the second half, just before half time, whatever you want to call it. They score their first goal. Bit of a bicycle kick here, nothing happens, and the whistle is about to blow. So yet another game and yet another draw. This is not a good start to this episode. 14 games in, and we haven't won a match so far this episode. Actually, that's not a good start. Moving into either the final game or the second to last game of this episode, and we're playing Newport County. Home kit for us in this game. We are at home. We're entitled to play in the home kit. We get a corner that ends up injuring one of our players, The referee didn't even blow the whistle. Now this referee seemed to be extremely biased, and I'll show you why soon. So we do score the first goal in this game, and that seems to be happening every match so far. And yes, it's that man again scoring. That's his 7th goal this season. We're 14 games in the league, and he's already scored 7 goals. That's fantastic. So yeah, this was apparently a penalty. I'll show you the replay in a moment. Not only was it a penalty, but it was also a red card for our main centre back. Don't know why that man didn't get a yellow card for the abuse he's giving my defender, but I won the ball. Like, I'm a defender, I've won the ball. And unfortunately, even though the keeper went the right way, he just didn't get any part of his body to block the ball from going in, and it goes to being 1-1 34 minutes into the game. Soon after them scoring their first goal, we went on the counter attack and scored literally 4 minutes after that penalty. Bongahor scoring again. What is with these stupid celebrations? Where's the bog standard decent ones? Where's the fish celebration? We get a penalty. Now I don't remember actually when the last time we actually won a penalty, and look at this as a penalty claim. Now that looks honestly like a dive, and from the reaction of the manager, he was concerned. And get ready for the worst penalty of all time on FIFA. David Villa ready for his second goal, and I think he went for the corner post of the actual stadium rather than the goal. So 67 minutes into the game, and Newport County scored their second goal, making it 2-2. Okay, so at this point we're looking at a draw, or so I thought. Yeah, so last couple of minutes off the game, they scored their third goal. Our defence is nowhere to be seen. We are down to 10 men. And there is a bit of a collision in the box, and they do get their second penalty in this match. This is 3 penalties in one game, and they do what we did, which is go wide. So nothing to worry about with that penalty, and the whistle blows at 3-2. A game that I hoped that we would have won, ended off losing it, and we go into the next episode playing against Coventry City in the area quarterfinals.